Hiring the wrong realtor to sell your home, it could cost you thousands. And I'm not just talking about the commissions, I'm talking about missed opportunities, mistakes, and leaving money on the table. Let's jump in. First, let's talk about experience and why it matters. Look, when it comes to selling a home, it is a difficult task, and just putting a for sale sign in the front yard is not going to get the job done. You need someone that understands pricing strategies, the market, and how to negotiate on your behalf. Look, it's easy to get a real estate license, but that doesn't make you a great realtor. In a hot market, any agent can sell a home, but it's the experienced agents that can sell a home in a down market and still get you the highest price for your property. Next up is market knowledge and pricing strategies. Look, the most crucial point when it comes to selling a home as a real estate agent is pricing. You price it too high, you sit on the market forever. You price it too low, you leave money on the table. A good realtor actually understands market trends and buyer preferences, because when you sell a property, you're selling to a buyer. You need to know buyer preferences so you can price the property properly. See, a great agent not only looks at your competition, but also looks at what's pending and has sold recently, and able to justify to you why the pricing is where it's at. A bad realtor might just pull numbers from other listings, or worse, just ask you what you want for your property and put that asking price on it. Folks, that is not going to get the job done. A great agent understands how to price the property to sell. Another thing to look out for is poor communication. Look, poor communication is a huge red flag. And for the agents that lack that communication, you're going to be left out in the dark, which a lot of times you're going to be sitting back going, what's going on? Offers, feedback, showing, where is my agent? Communication from the great agents keeps you in the loop with either bi-weekly communication on what's happening on trying to get your property sold, keep you in the loop through the transaction, through inspections, appraisals. This is key to help you understand and for you to have a smooth transaction to the closing table. So good communication from a great realtor is key, because this communication will allow you to understand what's coming down the pipeline whenever you get under contract, so when issues do arise, you are already prepared for it. Bad communication from a bad realtor, basically when stuff arises, emotions get high and out of control, and then that is the last thing you need to happen, because that could blow a deal and you can make a mistake. Another key skill that separates the great agents from the bad ones is negotiation. Look, the great agents, they understand and know how to negotiate in your best interest to get you the highest price, the best terms, and most importantly, get you past the due diligence and the home inspection. Once you get under contract, it's all about getting past the home inspection, and then usually it's downhill from there. The bad agents don't know how to negotiate to get you the best price, and then they might try and get you just to accept an offer as quickly as possible without negotiating. Or they might not even counteroffer a low offer, which you won't know if the buyers will come up to your price. So negotiation is key to getting you through the transaction process. Number 5, the right support and resources. So as a real estate agent, selling homes can't really be done alone. This is actually a full-time job, and without the right support, either at least an admin or an assistant, a lot of these agents are gonna fail because you just can't survive financially doing this all by yourself and being able to sell enough homes to create a living for themselves. So you want someone that has some back-end support, admin assistant, marketing support from their brokerage, either through the administration or through transaction coordinator services. These items actually help the agent get your property sold and focus on getting you to the closing table rather than trying to run around and find an addendum to get everyone to sign. So the great agents actually have a solid network of people surrounding them, which features marketers, stagers, professional photographers, administration help, inspectors, contractors. All this stuff needs to be accessible to you so that way you can get through the transaction process very easily. The bad agents who don't have all this stuff will turn around and get bogged down with work, and mistakes will happen, which you don't want. Number 6, part-time versus full-time agents. So this actually blows my mind that agents who are part-time or do this on the side get hired by homeowners to sell their most valuable asset, which I'm talking hundreds upon hundreds or even millions upon millions of dollars of real estate, when they just do this as a hobby like it's crafts or baseball cards. Look, this is a full-time job. It is daily, watching the market trends, seeing if the market shifts, the ups, the downs. You gotta be able to advise homeowners if some kind of adjustment takes place. And you're not gonna be able to do that if you hire an agent who's part-time and vacationing all the time in the Caribbean. Number 7 is over-promising and under-delivering. Look, this happens every single day in real estate where agents will over-promise on marketing efforts, and most importantly, they will over-promise on price. And look, the over-promising is only being done by the agents because they're just trying to earn your business, especially with the price. They think that if they don't set realistic expectations with you about the market value and what price it's going to be able to sell at, they think you won't hire them. So they're going to overpromise on price, or I'm going to have all these open houses or all these marketing efforts, and they just don't do them. And your listing just sits stale, not selling. And then you're frustrated and you're trying to figure out what needs to be done. The great agents will be able to be honest with you and set realistic expectations on the market value and price of your home. The bad ones, if they can't even provide a market strategy or pricing strategy, how they came to that price, I would say seller beware, and I would look elsewhere to hire an agent. Finally, look at the brokerage the agent's working for. Look, this is another key factor from the great agents because the brokerage actually can help and offer a lot of support, especially on the back end and even in the marketing areas. The bad agents, unfortunately, don't have this support, or even they might not even have the market reach because the brokerage just doesn't pay or offer the type of marketing that you might need to be able to get the buyers in through the house to buy your property. So you want to hire an agent from a strong brokerage that offers support and also brand recognition. This is key because brand recognition is some value. So to summarize why hiring the right agent is so crucial, it could be the difference between your time, your peace of mind, and most importantly, your money. So make sure when you go to hire a real estate agent that you ask the right and enough questions so you understand who you're hiring. Folks, that's all I got. If I can help you out whatsoever, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. My number is down below. Also, hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and the subscribe button. And I would love to hear from you. Drop me a comment. Let me know what quality or question you think you should ask your agent when you go to sell your house. See you guys in the next video.